I was able to save over $2,000 a year on my truck and truck camper insurance, and I'm going to share with you what we did in hopes that it can help you as well. We haul our massive 2018 Host Cascade camper on our Ram 5500 flatbed truck camper, and insurance for these things just suck. I made a video a few months ago about some of the issues that I had with insurance and a radius of operation and so forth. If you hadn't seen that, I'll put that up in the description here somewhere, one of those things. But I also shared my frustration with the cost of our insurance. And thanks to many of you, you also shared some of your cost and frustration. So it's kind of helpful to know that you're not alone in this problem. But what I also learned with making that video is that some others had figured out a better solution than what I had. From 2020 until just a few short months ago, we had previously been going through Progressive commercial insurance for our truck, our Ram 5500 truck. We also went through regular Progressive, so the personal side, with our truck camper and, had regular insurance through that. The main difference there is that we also added the full-timers option on there. As of mid-2024, the cost of just the truck commercial insurance was going to be about $3,300, and my mind was honestly blown. That is a huge amount of money. And the fact that we don't really use it as a commercial vehicle, so we felt like we were getting penalized for the way we travel. And your number may vary dramatically from ours. Ours is for our Ram 5500. It's a 2020, and we live in Central Florida. That's our domicile. So costs on insurance vary dramatically based upon what vehicle you have and where you live. But this should at least give you an idea of the impact this could make for you. Previously, we were told that the only option for our 5500 was that we had to get it rated as a commercial insurance vehicle. And that was the only way we could do it because of the weight and the capacity of this truck. And honestly, we didn't know any difference. We had tried to contact a whole bunch of other insurance agencies, State Farm, Allstate, Farmers Insurance, the whole gamut, and we really had no luck with the exception of Progressive commercial. So we honestly thought we were just stuck there. But luckily, we have some savvy folks that watch our channel and decided to share with us some of the tricks that they learned. And part of that was getting our truck and camper recategorized as a motorhome. That typically will not happen through Progressive commercial. They just don't have the expertise to do that. You need to go to a separate insurance agency in order to get that done. And after talking to some folks online, I decided to check it out. We decided to go with a company called FCIS Insurance. They do underwriting for Progressive, which actually means that I have the same regular Progressive account as I did before, but it's just underwritten by FCIS. And they have a better knowledge of truck campers, of Class A's, Class C's, that really can bring the cost down to more appropriate for an RVer that's using these vehicles. We kept the same basic liability numbers as we had before. The main difference I saw was that my deductibles for comp and collision went down with this. I had previously been using a $5,000 deduction, and with these new policies, we wrote them with $1,000 deductible. I can always change that later on, but that was kind of how we wrote it out the first time. After I got the quote back, I was just shocked. I really did not expect to save $2,200 a year. There are just a couple of minor details, but if you have any thoughts or comments, definitely mention it below. But as far as my thought, these things are very comparable in what they do. I also learned that my previous policy actually had a gap that I didn't even realize. So when you have a commercial vehicle and I have a truck camper on the back as contents, even its full-time full-time traveler, I found that the insurance that I had on that would not cover a situation where perhaps we've got into an accident and the camper actually comes off of the back and damages a vehicle, or worse, hurts somebody. In that situation, my previous insurance would not cover it. They did put it in wording, but I don't think I quite understood that that was the impact. One of the benefits of the way our new policy is written through FCIS Insurance is that there is a rider on our truck camper that kind of adds to that. So it is adding liability and all of that that I thought I had before onto this. So if for some reason either my truck or my camper does damage, I am fully covered. I didn't even know that was a problem, but now it is fixed, which is great. But with this combination, I had to make some modifications also to our truck camper policy. I hadn't talked much about that, but we're going to do a little bit here because my premium did go up on the truck camper insurance, but not as much as I saved. So previously, I'm looking at my notes here, I had been paying $982 as just the truck camper policy. I also had the standard deductible of $5,000. On this new one, again, the policy was written for $1,000 and it has $20,000 in personal effects, which was about the same as before. This one also includes a $7,500 emergency expense, which wasn't even available on the previous policy. So the changes in that, I went from a premium of $982 to a new premium of $1,215, so about $300-ish. So we had the two old policies and the two new policies. The two old policies, the truck camper and the actual truck, which are separate and didn't have that full synergistic insurance on there, was $42.85. This new insurance through FCIS has the Motorhome policy, which is basically the truck portion of our truck camper, and the trailer portion, which is our Host Cascade truck camper. That combination came up to $23.06. So ultimately, by doing this, I've saved $2,000 and actually made my insurance more effective for how we use it, which is fabulous. I do want to say I am not affiliated in any way with FCIS. They didn't ask me to do this. I just think that this cost savings is a big deal. It was a big deal to me, and I'm guessing it's probably going to be a big deal to some of you out there. So is this the first time that you have heard something like this? I know it was for me. If so, let me know in the comments. I'd really like to know if this is new to you, if this is exciting to you, or as exciting as insurance gets, I understand. Or did you already know about this? Or even better, do you have another option that is able to save you more money on this? I'd really like to hear. Well, I hope to see you next time, which might be a few weeks in there. We're having some family things that we're going to be doing. But if you're interested in still seeing more of our videos, make sure to hit that bell button thing so you know when we release a video. Until then, leave every place that you visit just a little better, and we'll see you on the next trail. Take care.